the night sky, vast, mysterious, and for some, a terrifying abyss. For decades, whispers have echoed from around the world, stories of ordinary people claiming to have been taken, examined, and returned. From the rural American heartland to the Australian outback, from bustling Japanese cities to remote Brazilian villages, these accounts share striking similarities. People from all walks of life with no prior connection describe being paralyzed by strange lights, floated aboard otherworldly crafts, and subjected to procedures they barely comprehend. These are not stories confined to sensational headlines or dusty conspiracy theory forums. They are whispered in hushed tones, shared with wide-eyed wonder and a tremor of fear. A farmer in Kentucky recounts his encounter with beings of immense eyes and telepathic abilities. A fisherman from Chile describes being surrounded by a blinding light before waking up miles away, with no memory of the intervening hours. A housewife in South Africa sketches images of the strange beings she claims to have seen during her abduction, her drawings mirroring those from a schoolteacher in Scotland who claims a similar experience. These stories, diverse in their geographical and cultural contexts, share a chilling common thread, the feeling of being completely at the mercy of an intelligence beyond our comprehension. They speak of a fear that transcends language and culture, a primal dread of the unknown that resonates with something deep within the human psyche. These accounts, often dismissed as mere fantasy or delusion, force us to confront a question that chills us to our core. What if they are true? It's easy to scoff, to dismiss these stories as the products of overactive imaginations or a desire for attention. The idea of little grey beings probing our minds and bodies seems like the stuff of cheesy science fiction movies, better suited for late-night television than serious discussion. We laugh, we joke, we turn these accounts into fodder for memes and internet humor. But underneath the laughter there's a flicker of unease, a sliver of doubt that whispers, "What if?" The truth is, most who ridicule these stories have never truly listened to them. They haven't looked into the eyes of a person recounting their experience, their voice trembling with a fear that transcends mere storytelling. They haven't seen the meticulous drawings, the detailed accounts documented under hypnosis, or the physical evidence that sometimes accompanies these claims: strange implants, unexplained scars, or inexplicable medical recoveries. The laughter, the dismissiveness is often a defense mechanism, a way to distance ourselves from a truth too unsettling to confront, because deep down we know that if it happened to us, if we found ourselves bathed in that unearthly light, paralyzed and helpless, the laughter would die in our throats. We would be left with the terrifying realization that we are not alone, and that some things in this universe are far beyond our control. While individual accounts may be easy to dismiss, the sheer volume and consistency of these stories present a compelling argument against simple coincidence. Thousands of people from all corners of the globe have described remarkably similar experiences. The details might differ: the shape of the craft, the appearance of the beings, the nature of the examinations, but the core narrative remains unsettlingly consistent. How can we explain this global phenomenon? Is it mere mass hysteria fueled by media hype and cultural narratives? Or is there something more, something that defies our current understanding of reality at play? When the numbers grow so large, when the stories converge on a single unsettling narrative, it becomes increasingly difficult to ignore the possibility that something extraordinary is happening. Statistically speaking, the likelihood of thousands of individuals with no prior knowledge of each other fabricating such similar accounts stretches credulity. This is not to say that every single claim is necessarily true. However, the sheer volume of reports, the consistency of the narratives, and the emotional weight behind them suggest that something profound is occurring, something that demands further investigation and open-minded exploration. If we entertain, even for a moment, the possibility that these abductions are real, we are forced to confront a question even more unsettling than the abductions themselves. Why? Why would beings with technology so advanced be interested in us, a species still grappling with its own internal conflicts and technological limitations? The truth, as unsettling as it is intriguing, suggests that these extraterrestrial visitors are not here for our technology or resources, but for something far more profound: our capacity for evil. Perhaps they are drawn to us not by our achievements, but by our darkness, our capacity for violence, and our seeming inability to escape the cycles of conflict that plague our species. These beings possess an advanced knowledge of biology and psychology, an understanding of the intricate workings of the brain, and the complex interplay of emotions that drive our actions. They have mastered diseases we struggle to comprehend, unlocked the secrets of longevity, and achieved a level of societal harmony that eludes us. Yet, they look upon us, a species that wages war on itself, that destroys its environment, that perpetuates cycles of hatred and suffering, and they are baffled. They see a species teeming with potential, yet seemingly hell-bent on self-destruction, and they are compelled to understand why.